Just a minute. Yeah, send them in. There we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, ladies. You all look beautiful. The Shad Derby is a unique festival in Windsor that is run by volunteers through 14 civic and civic organizations and supported by local businesses since 1955. And this year marks our 67th celebration. In 1954, John Cardillo started the first Shad Derby to raise awareness about the pollution in the Connecticut and Farmington rivers. In 1966, the first Shad Derby Queens competition was held and since then has grown in popularity to the month-long festival we celebrate today. Roger Olson, a past chair, started a tradition of passing an antique derby hat and cane from the previous year's chair to the present, symbolically passing the responsibility for the care and coordination of the festival. Currently, the hat and cane are on loan to the Windsor Historical Society at this time. We would like to thank and recognize the staff here at the Tavern at Keeney Park, Jasmine, Lynn, Eric, Karen, the wonderful team here, and for hosting the gala again this year. We would also like to thank Dr. Bob Ganji for being our wonderful photographer again this year. Dr. Ganji has dedicated years to the Derby, and we are so grateful for his continued support and mentorship to all of us, and especially for the continuing smiles throughout the Windsor community. And we could not do this evening at all without the support and help of our assistants here at the Queens Committee, our Queens chairs, Annalise Eleveld and Victoria Huertas. So I'm going to pass the rest of the evening to these ladies, and good luck and have fun. Thank you.
Yep. We would also like to thank this year's Shad Fest Bureau and committee chairs, whose hard work and tremendous civic pride facilitate this organization of this festival. And of course, the Shad Derby Festival would not be possible without our candidate sponsors. The Kitchen at Back East, Curry Chiropractic, Noon's Quality Plumbing and Heating, the Kiwanis Club of Windsor, Windsor Historical Society, the Windsor JCs, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Rotary Club of Windsor, and PC Development Group. Please join us in a round of applause for our sponsors.
We would like to recognize the Shad Derby Bureau, who represents the civic organizations that do so much for this community. Windsor Women's Club, Windsor Junior Women's Club, Exchange Club of Windsor, Windsor JCs, Windsor's Lions Club, the Masons, the Kiwanis Club of Windsor, Windsor Rod and Gun Club, Windsor's Historical Society, Win TV, Town of Windsor Recreation Department, the Rotary Club of Windsor, Chamber of Commerce, and of course the Art Department.
Now it is, oh, I hear my voice now. It's working. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Michelle Elveld, Judge's Chair for the first time this year. I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to introduce you. That's okay. We love the enthusiasm. Michelle serves as Senior Executive Assistant at Voya Financial, where she has worked for the past 16 years. Her career spans over 30 years in the insurance industry, holding these same positions. Michelle grew up in Wethersfield, Connecticut, and moved to Windsor 36 years ago after marrying her husband, Ron Eleveld. They both have a strong connection to Windsor. Michelle and Ronald currently live in Windsor with their daughter Annalise and their adorable grand dog named Bear. Michelle enjoys spending time with her family and channels her creative side while crafting. She loves to travel, and if she wasn't cruising, she'd currently be in Disney World. Please give a warm welcome to Michelle.
Good evening and thank you. Tonight is the first of 3 judging events for the 2024 Windsor Shad Derby candidates. The gala comprises 15% of their overall score. Private interviews with our judges represent 60%, and the final is a coronation, which represents 25% of their final score. Tonight, candidates will be judged on their poise, appearance, and presentation of their introduction speech. Candidates are also competing for 2 community service awards. The Mary Ellen Messina Community Service Award is given to a candidate who exemplifies strong community service. It is given to honor the memory of the Windsor Junior Women's Club, past President Mary Ellen Messina, who was very active and dedicated to Windsor community. This award will be represented by the Windsor Junior Women's Club at the Coronation Ball. The Vincent Scully Community Service Award is named after longtime and beloved Windsor resident, business owner, past festival chair, and a 30-year sponsor of the Shad Derby candidates. This award will be presented by the festival chair at the Coronation Ball to the candidate who obtains the largest number of participants for the Shad Derby Family Bowling fundraiser on Sunday, March 10th at Bradley Bowl. It is my pleasure to now introduce you to the 2024 judges and our auditor, Timothy Carmen. One of our judges, Lisa Carmona, grew up in Wethersfield, Connecticut, and now resides in East Hartford with her husband, 3 dogs, and a cat. She has an associate's, bachelor's, and master's degree in organizational studies and human services from Goodwin University. Currently, Lisa is a manager in investment planning at Eversource in Hartford and has worked for over 14 years in the utility industry, working various roles. She is also an adjunct instructor at Post University with the Malcolm Baldrige School of Business, teaching various courses. Lisa is bilingual with the ability to communicate with her peers in both English and Spanish. Some of Lisa's favorite things to do are traveling, cooking, baking, relaxing at the beach, kickboxing, and hiking. Thank you, Lisa. Our next judge, Nicole Pizzaforato, grew up in Wethersfield, Connecticut, where she still currently lives with her 4 rescue pit bulls, Lido, Duke, Lily, and Ovi. She has a soft spot for dogs, especially pit bulls, which is why over the years she has rescued, rehabilitated, and fostered over a dozen pit bulls in need. Nicole has a love for all things science, which led her to get her bachelor's degree in biomolecular science from Central Connecticut State University in 2009. She worked in DNA sequencing and an epidemiology lab at Yale Medical School for a few years, published several articles, and then decided to pursue her Doctor of Pharmacy, which she obtained through an accelerated PharmD program at the University of St. Joseph. After becoming a licensed pharmacist in 2015, she worked as a clinical pharmacist in the operating room at Yale New Haven Hospital and eventually ended up supervising the entire OR pharmacy department across 4 of Yale's campuses. Currently, Nicole is a pharmacy supervisor at the Hospital of Central Connecticut with a passion for optimizing pharmacy operations. Nicole is also an avid weightlifter, and in her spare time, she coaches group fitness classes at a local gym. Aside from working and lifting, Nicole enjoys cruising, going to Disney, and spending time with her boyfriend and her family, especially her nephews Milo and Marco, who are her whole world. And our next judge, Nicole Starks. Nicole moved to the New England area at the age of 7 and now resides in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts with her husband. She has a daughter who currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia, and enjoys visiting as often as possible. Nicole graduated from Bryant University with a degree in business and marketing. She is currently the Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, DEI, at Voya Financial, and was named a top 25 diversity change leader by Diversity Plus magazine in 2023. She has worked in the financial services industry for over 30 years and has held various DEI and marketing roles at several Fortune 500 companies. She is currently on the board of the Boys and Girls Club of Hartford and loves mentoring up and coming leaders. When she is not working, Nicole enjoys traveling across the country with her family to various National Hot Rod Association events where her husband participates in drag racing competitions. Thank you, Nicole. And our last judge is Amanda Gibson. Amanda grew up in the New Jersey shoreline before deciding to relocate to New England in 2009. After spending time in Rhode Island and Vermont, she decided that the Northwest Hills of Connecticut were her true home. Amanda graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in both fashion merchandising and graphic design from Johnson & Wales University. She has since worked for various brands throughout the outdoor retail industry, utilizing her keen eye for detail in many capacities. Currently focusing her time on event management, she has also worked in social media, assortment management, and catalog merchandising. Always open-minded, Amanda picked up a fly rod for the first time in 2014 and has never looked back. In her free time, Amanda enjoys fishing, hiking, cooking, and spending time with her trio of dogs, O'Malley, Brooke, and Bonnie. And now our auditor, Timothy Carmen. Timothy Carmen was born and raised in Windsor, Connecticut. He attended Loomis Chaffee in Windsor, graduating in the class of 1999. Tim went on to the University of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia, graduating with a BS in accounting and a BA in religion. Soon after college, he became a CPA in the state of Connecticut. Tim started his career with Deloitte in Hartford as an auditor and later moved to MassMutual, where he spent over 15 years, primarily focused in risk and control management. Currently, Tim is the Managing Director of Enterprise Risk Management at Moody's. In 2004, Tim moved to South Windsor after marrying his wife, Kristen, whom he met in college. Tim and Kristen have 3 children, Drew, 16, Emily, 13, and Luke, 10, and keep them busy with Boy Scouts, soccer, field hockey, drums, and many other school and church activities. Tim has been the auditor of the Shad Derby Queens contest since 2007. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, and I will turn the evening back to Annalise and Victoria.
Okay, this is the part of the evening where we get to listen to the girls' speeches that they've worked so hard on, and I'm so excited for everyone to hear them because they are truly amazing. The first up, we have Madison Shea.
Good evening. I have been a resident of Windsor since I was 8 years old. I'm truly honored to be up here today running for Shad Derby Queen. Things like this do not come easy for me. When I am not at school or studying, I am playing field hockey, lacrosse, working, or volunteering. Finding a balance with all my activities is definitely a challenge. I was diagnosed with dyscalculia in the 5th grade. I always struggled academically. I was determined to overcome and create my own way of understanding in order to become the thriving student I knew I could be. Learning to work around my disability has helped shape who I am in my personal and academic life. I have had to learn how to persevere and adapt in situations that are easy for others to ensure my success. Having a learning disability does not determine what I'm able to do or what I'm capable of. When it comes to a learning disability, the opportunity is presented to be able to prove others wrong by the achievements you are able to accomplish when others think little of you. Some of my achievements include being a part of the National Honor Society and Rho Kappa Honor Society, as well as being one of the field hockey captains. Because of my successes, I will be going to a 4-year university to study business. I also have the chance to play lacrosse in college. I would like to give a special thank you to my sponsor, the Windsor JCs. I hope you all enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. Next up, we have Emily Latimer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Latimer, and in my time at Windsor High, I've pursued my lifelong interests of sports and music by participating in 2 sports teams, our local Windsor Youth Theater program, and also joined the high school's marching and symphonic band. Within all these programs, I've earned positions of leadership as a captain for both the field hockey and softball team, as a dance captain for theater, and as a drum major for the band. From these experiences, I was able to gain knowledge of leadership, as well as make strong bonds with my peers and find a feeling of gratification. I will bring these skills with me into my future as I continue into adulthood. I plan to attend Penn State with a major in psychology. My final goals are to become a psychologist and help to guide others through the highs and lows of their lives. A few years ago, I earned a spot with the Windsor Youth Services Bureau as a summer teen employment intern. This opportunity helped me to see the importance of our community. I was able to expand on my knowledge of life skills, help maintain the beauty of many of many public attractions around town, and also meet with a diverse group of students who I might not typically hang around. My favorite project was when we painted kindness rocks to be placed around town. It showed me that even the smallest acts can have the strongest impact. Now, by participating in Windsor's long-lived tradition of the Shad Derby Queen contest, I'm hoping to find and create a positive impact for myself, my fellow Queen candidates, and most importantly, the community of Windsor. A special thank you to Nudes Quality Plumbing and Heating for sponsoring my participation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Emily. Next up, we have Olivia Karlowitz.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you all for coming to support this long-beloved Windsor tradition. As a former Windsor tot, waiting all year for this day in order to put on my favorite outfit and run around with my face covered in remnants of butterfly face paint and fried dough powdered sugar, I can wholeheartedly say, seeing you all here today makes me more proud than ever to call myself a member of this family right from the beginning. In case you don't know me, I'm the shy girl who would rather spend her Saturday mornings cleaning the church parish members or coaching basketball at her elementary school than sleeping in or watching TV. The girl who's always scared to branch out, now standing in front of you guys and planning what the next few years will hold. I could stand here and tell you I'm a 4-year honor student, part of the National Honor Society, 4-year varsity soccer player, becoming captain my senior year, or I could talk about the awards I won, the business award to the many years of physical education awards, but that's no fun. The fun part is the unknown, the adventures that await. I plan on going to college and pursuing an education in speech pathology. I have found so much joy in working with the children, whether that be volunteering at school or building the connections with the community. And I continue to plan my path by working with children and helping them overcome their struggles. I will use all of the skills I have learned in this community, so thank you all. I would also like to thank Back East Brewery for sponsoring me, and I hope you all enjoy your night. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Next up, we have Jadiani Rosario.
Good evening y buenas noches. Te voy a decir un poco sobre mí. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm self-driven, truly dedicated, proud to be loud and Dominican, but a mature young woman. I currently am an athlete and have played various sports such as basketball, volleyball, and track. And I am currently a contributor to the community, ranging from volunteering to Walk for Cancer to training the precious kids of Windsor basketball. Teaching children basketball has positively affected me in so many ways, and being able to see these children progress and have true potential at such a young age is motivating. Now, I won't lie, I have tried to play basketball, but I cannot. I can only teach it. And at school, I was given the honor to be elected and chosen as the vice president of the National Honor Society. And all throughout sports, I've gained awards like most dedicated in academic achievements with that. In the near future, I find myself wanting to help others in the medical field by studying medical diagnostic sonography and be there to introduce the people of the future about leaders to come while being the first generation, let's not forget Hispanic, college student. With that being said, I would like to give thanks to my sponsor, the Kiwanis Club, with their support in allowing me to represent them. Gracias and thank you. Enjoy your evening, guys.
Next up, we have Victoria Diaz.
Good evening. When sitting down to write my Gala speech, I was prompted with the question, what makes me me? If you asked me this question 3 years ago at the beginning of my high school career, I would not have known what to say. This is because I used to define myself as just someone with ADHD. I saw myself as someone who struggled in school and always required extra academic support. I felt so ashamed of that. I worked so hard to hide this and let it dictate my life. However, with the support of the Windsor High School community, I was able to recognize how this diagnosis does not define me. I now utilize the support given to me and have become proud of my academic achievement. I look forward to school now. So now when asked who I am, I can share I am not ADHD, but instead I'm a role model academically, socially, and in my faith. In my social life, I'm proud to serve as a role model on the pool deck, where I was voted captain on my varsity swim team for my determination and mental toughness. I also showcase the importance of using my skills to help others by teaching special needs children how to swim. Another way I serve as a role model for children is being a youth teacher at my church. Every week I get to demonstrate what it means to live life by putting God first. I look forward to attending Central Connecticut State University after I graduate, and although I'm not sure what my career path will be, I know that I will continue to live my life by not letting ADHD be the sum of who I am. Thank you, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, for allowing me to represent you and sponsoring me, and I hope you all have a good night. Thank you.
Next, I am going to call up Kristen Loxo to the stand.
Good evening. I would like to start by thanking everyone for taking the time to be here this evening in support of all the candidates. I am a senior at Windsor High School and a member of the National Honor Society and Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society. In the fall, I spend my time managing for the Windsor High School field hockey team. I would assist the other managers in helping keep score during the game, assist the team however they needed, and made sure I was there to support everyone. In addition to managing field hockey, I also volunteered as a camp junior counselor in the summer of 2022. I spent 2 weeks working with the kindergarten group and assisting the counselors. My favorite part was creating fun activities for the campers to participate in. I work at Kerbone's Kitchen 2 to 3 times a week as a hostess. I seat guests, I handle the takeout portion of the restaurant, and I assist people with any inquiries that they might have. In my spare time, one of my favorite things to do is bake. I love to bake things for different people, and I love to bake all different kinds of desserts. I as well enjoy creating ceramic pieces, and I'm currently taking an independent study in school for ceramics where I can create whatever I have in mind. My goals for the future are to attend a 4-year college with a major in psychology and a minor in business administration. I would like to thank my sponsor, PC Development, and all the other sponsors for my fellow candidates. Thank you and have a great evening.
Next, we are going to have Emery Conan come up.
Judgment prevents us from seeing the good that lies beyond appearance. Wayne Dyer. My name is Emery Conant, and I believe that the truth of a person lies under their appearance. I have lived in Windsor my whole life, and this town has given me so many amazing memories that I would love to share with you. Starting high school, I made it a goal for myself to be a part of something new. That's where I found my field hockey family. From the start, I didn't expect everyone to be so different until I got to know them. Shortly realizing that no matter how different you are, you can always become a family. When I stopped playing the sport, I decided to continue on the team as manager to ensure the bond was strong. Besides the strong bond with my team, my bond with my mother grew while sharing her love for musicals with me sparked my love for the stage. Growing up on stage has shown me how to play different roles and be different people, but I always came back to who I was. Throughout those years, I've gone closer with the directors and people who I might not have connected with outside of theater. Thank you to the people who I consider my family who have pushed me to be the person I am today. This amazing opportunity of being a part of my childhood memory of the Shad Derby has been made possible by the Windsor Rotary Club, and I thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Next, I'm going to ask Lorelei, the sportist, to come up.
Good evening. My name is Lorelei Sasportis, and I've been a Windsor resident my entire life. My fellow King candidates will likely agree that as high school seniors, the first thing people ask us is where will you be going to school this fall? So my answer is nowhere. Although I'm not going to college, I do have a plan. I have been interested in becoming a hairdresser, and about a year ago, I was given a great opportunity to start working at a local salon. It's been a wonderful experience to watch all the hairdressers work and see how a salon operates. The salon's owner is a woman who happens to be here tonight, and it's been amazing to be mentored by a female business owner. So my plan, while it's not a traditional college, will be to go to cosmetology school, get my license, grow my clientele, and maybe someday have my own business as well. I'm here to say that trade school is a viable option for anyone, and I think the stereotype that it's only for those who struggle in school or who aren't good students isn't fair. Neither of those descriptions describe me. I'm an honor student, member of the National Honor Society, and member of Future Business Leaders of America. I am also an athlete who spent 12 years swimming for the Windsor Water Rats and 4 years swimming for the Windsor High School, finishing this year as state championship finalist and a co-captain. I would love for the image of trade school students to change, and I'm so excited for what my future will bring. Thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you to my sponsor, Curry Chiropractic, who quite literally always has my back.
And last but not least, Serena Sky Raymond.
Lights, camera, action. Good evening, everyone. I, Serena Sky Raymond, Miss Windsor Historical Society, am here to give you an inside view of who I am. You might recognize me from the school news channel, the Dep Hub, as an anchor, but I'm so much more than a face on a screen. It is my work behind the scenes that brings your digital devices to life. I've created documentaries, music, and educational videos. I am the creator of a news segment called Ask IY, where I explore social and political topics of the news and community, as well as videos that celebrate cultural and identity-centric months. From Hispanic Heritage Month, Pride Month, these videos have educated students about impactful contributions of marginalized communities. What I'm most passionate about is bringing awareness to these communities. They often don't get the recognition they deserve, so being a voice for those who are not heard is my #1 goal. We need to advocate and shed light on various social issues to make the change we want to see. That is why I am proud and thankful to represent the Windsor Historical Society. Our history is what guides our future. Whether I'm in front of the camera, doing research, or writing speeches, I'll be in the political arena for change. That's all for today. Don't forget to catch me reporting your news for our future.
And that is everything for tonight. So we would like to thank you all for coming.
Let's give our candidates another round of applause.
All
right, and we ask that the candidates and their parents stay in the room so that we can take some photos. And thank you all for coming out tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again at more events. And please follow the Shad Derby on Facebook and stay up to date. So thank you again. Have a great night.